Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and for everybody who comes across my content. I want to say sincerely from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you. I'm overwhelmed. I'm growing in small numbers. You know what? That's fine with me. I'm learning. And I'm not saying YouTube is hard. It takes some time and dedication to want to get up and create content. Sometimes I have nothing to say, but I find something. I find something to say. But I'm getting teary-eyed. I want to say thank you. I'm learning little things. Um, I have no one. I do have some people that I could reach out to, but sometimes it's it feels very joyous to learn for yourself and do for yourself. I'm dead serious. Yeah, I'm crying. I got tears in my eyes. But I'm gonna show y'all. Flip out around. Now flip out back around to me. But no, I'm just saying that it takes some dedication, some commitment to be up here on this platform. Like I said, I was told in 2023 to get on here, but I didn't because I didn't know. I mean, all I knew about YouTube was trying to find. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. Was trying to find information, y'all. That's it. Just trying to find information about this, and that, and that's all. So how it started was a competition for WIG 2024 got launched. That's winter indoor growing for 2024. I did not know how. I reached out to a YouTuber and she told me what to do, and I was still, honestly, I was still reluctant to do it. I was afraid. I'm a 50-something-year-old young lady, and I was, like I said, I was afraid. I was afraid to get up here on this platform to die for real, just the fear of trying, for the fear that no one wants to hear what I have to say. But like they say, if you are older, it doesn't matter if you're 20. I mean, you're 20, you're 30. You do have something to tell somebody, your life experiences, any and everything. So how it got started for me was the WIG 2024. I got started with that. That was not a success for me because I'm gonna tell you what I did. This is just a little bit afternoon chit chat. Um, I this let me see. Prior to around Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, I'm gonna be honest. I started baking all of my soul for. I knew what I wanted to grow, but I started baking. I think about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Honestly, I started baking all of my soil to get rid of the fungus gnats because I have had that problem before, way before I even got on YouTube, or had a channel, period. So I'm holding this with my hand. Hold on. But I baked all of my soil. Everything was going fine. Everything growing. And then all of a sudden, probably like right before Christmas, it just gnats everywhere in the house, y'all. It drove me crazy. It literally drove me crazy. And I kept it up for a minute, but then I'm like, you know what? I couldn't do it no more. Those gnats had to go, y'all. I'm sorry. So, like I say, that was a epic fail for me. Would I do it again? I do my hydroponic system. I would do my hydroponic system for some lettuce and things like that. Um, yeah, but I had a hydroponics tank, but this June, last month, yeah, I went to put it together. Basically, it was together, but I went and I picked it up, and I had it raised up, y'all. That part broke off. I was very devastated. I was very devastated. That was money that I paid for something and I didn't take care of it. So that's my fault. Yeah, that's my fault. I didn't take care of it. So while I got it from Temu. I got it from Temu. So but I think I can still use the reservoir part, and probably just put a grow light on it, just for some lettuce and cilantro and things like that. Yeah, that I could do that. But back to me, YouTube. I'm having fun with it. Like I say, video I released today. Um, I had every kind of program or software downloaded to my phone because that's what I'm using. Sometimes I use my laptop, but I'm using my phone. And I had it like InShot and all that good old stuff. I had every Canva, all that stuff downloaded to my phone. And so, um, I'm not saying nobody's gatekeeping, but you just kind of like gotta experience things for yourself, dibble and dabble. And so I think I was listening to somebody's YouTube channel on how to do something, and so I knew my anniversary. Today is my anniversary, by the way. I thank God. I thank God because we've been through some things. It is. We're still there for each other, and I love him and I thank him. And I'm very happy that he was able to be here to accompany me on our trip to. Um, we took a cruise to Nassau, Bahamas. Yes. So hopefully one day he will share his story with you all, and you'll understand why I say that. But I'm very blessed to have had him by my side. Um, I am. I am. I'm trying to be a source of encouragement for him. And while he shows each and every day by what he does for other people, that he's still going. You know, he hadn't let his situation defeat him. So he still helps other people, and I like that about him. He's not sitting around moping, nothing like that. And God has him here for a reason. And like I say, I pray that one day he will maybe start his own channel and tell his story, or either come on my channel. He sees my videos. Yeah, he does. Or either he'll let me interview him one day and tell his story. So I love you, and you know who you are. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for 13 wonderful years today. My mama called. She said, "Today our anniversary. Happy anniversary." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." So, but that vacation was a cruise and a, why am I forgetting the word? Anniversary gift to each other. Yeah. So he wants to take another one, and so, look, so do I. I last week I was having that experience of ocean, be still being on the ocean every morning. I woke up. I think it has kind of subsided now. Um, but he wants to go on another one, and look, and like I said, so do I. So I've been looking. I've been asking coworkers who've been on cruises, and I see how we paid we paid a lot for ours. We did. And so I see how some were able to, no, I'm not gonna say afford it, but how some were able to do it so cheaply. So, and I've asked him because we had a balcony on ours. I was trying to do a room tour, and he knows that. But every time he would always beat me in the room, and therefore, that way the camera was already out, but he would always beat me in the room and sit down on the bed. I just wanted to show y'all the room, for the cabin. I mean, Lord, for the cruise, for our room. It was not. It was very, very nice. But yeah, so I'm gonna flip. Look, there's enough to chat on that. I'm gonna flip y'all around. Like I said, I have a grandchild here, and I'm thankful because he's helped me a little bit here. And I have an electric lawnmower, and I told him that I think he's gonna be here 2 weeks. He told me that he's gonna be here 2 weeks, and so I told him that not today because we've been out here enough. That we'll probably get out here one day it's not raining or the yard is not wet, and let him do the backyard. We'll save the front yard for another day. But yeah, and let him experience the backyard. Like I said, it's an electric lawnmower, that I got from Walmart about 4 years ago. And y'all, I was doing the yard myself before I had my knee replacement. I loved it. I loved it. I didn't have to wait on my husband to do the front or backyard. The only downside, but I don't care, is that it's electric. So it is. You have to charge the battery, and I kind of know about how long I have to use it. Let's say an hour or so before it dies. And if it dies on me, I'll just take the battery out and take it in the house and let it charge, and I'll dump the bag. Yeah, it has a bag on it that collects the grass and things like that. And I like that too, because a lot of times it does save me from having to rake a lot. So, but yeah. So today I'm gonna flip it all around. Get up, Max. He laying in the look. This part right here, I don't have anything. See you. Look. Say hello, 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 hello. Yeah, there go my baby. He's tired, y'all, cause he's taking pain medication and stuff like that, and he still walks around mostly at night. But y'all, look. So basically, from right there to, this was a bug. This was from a bug that I had about 3 years ago, and this is as big as it gets. And I try to keep bricks or something around it, or a cage, that way that if someone does, let's say, hey, let me weed eat this part without me being here, they won't get that. It has been gotten, and this is one of the contenders. Now, yeah. And y'all see that I made a mistake, and I was clipping, and I clipped off, but my husband still said, let it stay here. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do some more pruning. But yeah, so I got some little here, some little ones. Yeah. And like I said, the beans are pulling the plant down, I guess because it's wrapping around it. Yeah. So, and it did rain earlier. It gave it a quick shower. So everything I can see, y'all. That was my main thing for this spot right here. I can see. Yeah. So these are beans. And yeah. So I'm not out here inspecting my tomatoes and things like that. Yeah. Look at this one. This is a hashtag Cherokee Purple, but I'll do a separate video for that. But this is one of them, and I'm thinking the grandson saw. Hold on. Ooh, there goes on. Yeah, and like I said, I got the basil beside it. Let's see. But yeah, y'all just see. Like I said, this took from yesterday to today to get all of this. I de-weeded it with look. I de-weeded with a hoe in my hand pruner. I'm gonna show y'all with the hoe, and where you go. This little doodad. Yep, this is one of my best friends. So I did it with that. I told my grandson that I'll do it myself. Just de-weeding the sidewalk and things like that. Some people do put down don't say weed killer and all like that. I'd rather get it up, and now once I'm done, I'll just blow the little patio area off, and it'll look so nice and neat. I want to have it cleaned up before Father's Day. Hopefully my husband will get out here and barbecue. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. It may inspire him. Oh, she done cleaned it up for me, so he'll get out here and barbecue. And I'm gonna flip y'all around and tell y'all something else. I was sad because what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago? The peach tree was loaded down with peaches, and I kept telling my husband, and I was afraid. That was the first year we'd had peach. No, that was the second year we'd had peaches on the tree, and us being lazy, we didn't come out here and collect the peaches, and I didn't even see a need to prune because I had never pruned them before then. But hold on, I'm gonna flip y'all around. the top part broke off, and y'all, I was devastated. So of course, this time while we were away on vacation, you know, hold on, where did it split it? This right here. So the grandson, hold my finger right here. Right here. The grandson went ahead and got my loppers and took it off. My daddy hadn't come to help my husband to tape it up, because within that first week I think it was still good. But hey, that's okay. You know, I'm just looking on the ground, even though everything is low back here. I can see. Yeah, I can see. But yeah. So like I said, this was just an afternoon chit chat. I want to let y'all show y'all. Lord, had I really recorded me doing all of this? I did. Hold on, I did all of this myself, starting yesterday morning before church, up until just a few minutes ago. You know. Oh, I got a bean. Hold on. There's a bean. Yeah, y'all, look. I didn't see it before. I got a bean, y'all. I know I got flowers and stuff, but I hadn't noticed the bean. Yeah. So, yeah. But no, I did this all myself. And all I had him to do was come in and pick up the weeds and stuff like that for me that I had raked into a pile. And yep. That's what I had him to do. So I'm thankful for him for that. And like I say, he's on here for 2 weeks, but I'm gonna get him to help me. Like I said, all I want now is maybe a bell pepper, a okra, and a hot pepper. And I may even try a banana pepper. They're good to snack on. They're good to snack on. So anyway, guys, look, I'm gonna hop off here. It's been wonderful talking to you all today. And I'm just gonna say this. Y'all just be mindful about your health. I'm gonna say that. Be very mindful about your health. Y'all saw my video. And the doctor wanted me to have an MRI done. The MRI is scheduled for today. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not, because, and that's me. That's me. I know my body better than anybody else. And just pay attention to your body. I'm being honest. Pay attention to your body. I'm gonna sit back down for a minute. And the reason I say that I don't want to have the MRI done, because I talked with my sister, and no, she's not a doctor, but from my own conclusion, and like I told you, I didn't want to self-diagnose, but I do believe I have vertigo. Okay, ever since like in March, I think it was vertigo. But for the cruise, I didn't experience motion sickness, but I did pack some Dramamine plus the meclizine that the doctor prescribed. So I didn't experience any motion sickness, but I still, at times I could still and sometimes I could feel the boat moving a little bit, but it wasn't enough to cause me to be nauseated or dizzy. But I took the Dramamine. But I'm gonna say this: since I've been back, and I'm being honest, vertigo can happen for a number of reasons. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, so please seek your medical professional. But for me, I've made a decision for right now. I am a former stroke survivor, but I've made the decision. I talked it over with my husband yesterday, and well, he was like, it wouldn't hurt, but I've made the decision that I pay attention to my body. But if it starts back, and I know everything is intact, your mental state, your mental and your physical state has to be intact. Do your research. But I'm gonna put the MRI on the back burner for right now. It is June, and I'm not gonna forget. But if I do start back to having symptoms, which was, I called them episodes. They were bouts of dizziness. Sometimes I would just, something would just hit me. I mean, literally, if I was driving and that episode had happened, I probably would have had an accident. And I'm just being honest. I probably would have had an accident. Mhm. But thankful that I wasn't driving when it happened. So, yeah, I'm just soaking up the vitamin D. I love being outside. I do. That's why I didn't mind the cruise, and we had a balcony to our room. My sister and I had adjoining rooms, and we each had a balcony. We had the balcony view, and it was gorgeous, y'all. But yeah, I'm finna get ready and take it in. Treat grandson to some lunch and some ice cream or whatever he wants. And for me, just cool out, take a nice cool shower, get dressed, and go spend some time with baby nephew, and visit my mom. She starts physical therapy today, but she has let's say 3 more weeks in a boot. This she has 3 more weeks in a boot, and boy, I loaned her my walker. Yeah, she has the wheelchair. Cause if she has to do any long distance walking, she would rather take the wheelchair. But yeah, today is her first day at physical therapy. So she came from that background, and she ended up going back to school in education, which that was what she always wanted to do. So trust me, my mom helped me through my when I had both knees replaced. She did help me, and trust me, she was a great inspiration and motivation during that time to help me get up and get me out the house and come up to her house. And she wouldn't let me sit for long without getting up and doing them exercises, walking down the hall. She iced me. And so yeah, but anyway, guys, look, I'm going to take it in because it is very hot out here. But anyway, look, y'all have a beautiful and blessed day, and remember, I love you. Y'all take it easy, okay? Bye.